The next few months will be exciting. That's according to Ombudsman Boying Remulla as his office gears up for a big push on corruption cases that he said are now ripening. Remulla made the remarks in a press conference after speaking at the office's strategic and operational planning session in Baguio City. He said investigators are strengthening and organizing evidence to ensure cases are properly presented once filed.
So it's really more of us sorting up the evidence and making sure that we're able to present them properly. And we're doing we're conducting a lot of research, legal research, not only here but internationally.
Now, to help us unpack the latest political developments, we are joined by OCTA Research Fellow, Professor Guido David. Prof, thank you for joining us once again.
Good morning.
Me and Angela, and to our viewers and listeners.
Go ahead.
All right, a recent survey by OCTA, you guys found that the majority of Filipinos trust the government. What does this tell us?
It's actually good news for the government. So this is according to the December 3 to 11 survey with 1,200 respondents nationwide. And we found na 55% of Filipinos believe that the government, the national government, can solve the problems that we are facing. So only 20% did not have that confidence, and the rest, 25%, were undecided.
Okay, so this survey doesn't, in other words, the personalities inside the government don't impact this survey. In other words, is this like a government as a whole? Is that what it means?
It should be the government as a whole. The question was phrased as is naman, so we did not elaborate specifically. We just said that it's the government. So it's similar to questions about like if the country is headed in the right direction, something like that. So, but it does speak well for the administration, for the Marcos administration, if the public has the confidence that the administration will solve its problems.
Pero what's interesting here, Prof, nakita ko kasi yesterday yung report na to. Aside from that, 6 of 10 Filipinos feel unheard by politicians. So parang merong disconnect, no? What can you tell us about this? Kasi may disconnect from may trust yung Pilipino sa government, pero sa mga politicians, they feel they are unheard.
Yes, and that one was a companion question. Ang specific question dun is if they feel heard of by their local government.
Elected.
So, right, yeah. So it's more of maybe the kasama dyan yung province. So maybe from the governor level to the mayor to the congressman, area representatives, local congressmen, maybe even up to the barangay captains. So the dissatisfaction is in that area. So it's actually surprising na may disconnect, as Angela mentioned. So 6 out of 10, and only 31% had the confidence of the local government.
So, Prof, is this tantamount to saying that when we're talking about their trusting in the government, we're talking about the executive department, and because the distrust comes to the legislature, so we're talking about the senators, congressmen, or even the mayors. Parang ganun ba ang nangyayari?
Well, I'm not sure if we could count where we could count the senators, if they could be considered part of the local government. But definitely kasama dyan yung mga mayors and the barangay captains, maybe councilors, etc. But this is a very general one, so we can pinpoint which localities kunyari are not having the confidence of their constituents. But what we can say, siguro, what we can infer from this is that the programs of the national government may be more appreciated by the public than some of the local programs. And let's remember, these things like the flood control issue, this is more of a local problem. Not all localities have flooding problems. and not all are involved in the corruption scandal so far. So ibig sabihin, iba-iba. So that means maybe they, as a whole, they view the local, legislature as, not as trustworthy, whereas the national one, I mean, and to be fair, the president's the one who, who
Yes.
exposed the corruption scandal. So maybe that's why they have more confidence in the national government. And the president is medyo hands-on right now. I mean, some secretaries have been removed from their position. So it means that he's, at least doing the part of, trying to make sure and ensure that the public receives the at least what the public deserves. I mean, we're seeing some infrastructure projects. Inflation has stabilized. So some of these programs now, generally sa national, have been addressed.
Was there a particular issue, Prof, dun sa survey na mention ng mga correspondents na they feel nga they are unheard? Anong particular issue yun?
Well, unfortunately, it was just a single question, so we cannot. Siguro, when we do a more detailed discussion, siguro maybe in a future survey, we can ask, kasi this is very interesting and this is very informative. So what you want to know, Angela, is also what we want to know. So what specific issues? Is it related to flood control? Is it related sa ayuda? I mean, sometimes we hear these
prices.
Yes,
diba, mga ganyan.
prices, right? Baka may mga minsan may mga hoarding na nangyayari sa local level. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't have eyes on the locality. So yun nga, I'm just speaking in general terms. But I hear that, sometimes may mga distribution ng support, ayuda, but hindi nabibigay lahat, sa mga citizens. And sometimes even our DILG secretary imposed or implemented the anti-EPAL law. So maybe that's part of the dissatisfaction. So we're not sure, but definitely these are factors that could be relevant as far as the local citizens are concerned. Yes.
Well, Prof, now given that this survey was taken December, and the question in the premise of the question was trusting the government's ability. Now, moving forward, if let's say 3 months from now they are unable to resolve all these issues that there was trust for in the first place, do you think these big numbers could also be a big backlash para sa gobyerno?
Of course, yes. These numbers are very elastic and they're very dynamic. So if the public is not seeing results, I mean, we're seeing results in some areas, pero right now the focus is on the flood control, and if people are not jailed, and we're not saying that there should be. I mean, that it's a requirement that there's a timetable. We respect the respective offices to conduct their investigations at their own pace and do their due diligence. Pero at the same time, the patience of the public will be tested, and they can only wait so much. So syempre, at some point there will be a point wherein they might not be
Pero
so patient anymore, and this might reflect on the numbers.
Right. So collectively, Prof, this survey shows that most Filipinos trust the institution more than the individual politician. Kumbaga, hopeful sila, pero at the same time frustrated.
Yes, probably a good summary of what we found sa survey.
And Prof, also, kaklarify ko lang about how strong also yung Mindanao area is on their belief that the government will solve their problems. Collectively, Mindanao as a whole.
Actually, it's surprising kasi the lowest trust we saw is in NCR at 49%.
NCR.
So Mindanao actually has a higher trust in the national government. Yeah, I think it was 58%. But highest was in Visayas at 68%. So it's surprising that sa NCR and Balanced Luzon was where we were seeing lower numbers. considering if we were just to think of where the president's support
Yeah.
lies, and it's mostly in NCR and Balas Luzon. But
Well-
they're actually more critical pa nga.
Clarify ko lang, Prof. No? The question was the government. It didn't say national government as a whole. Pwede kaya ang nasa isip ng mga survey, nag-answer ng survey sa Mindanao, baka, like for example, sa Davao, yung Davao City government ang trust nila.
No, I think it's specific na it's national government.
Okay. So that's
And
surprising nga.
It's surprising. And the second question was the local government, and where in the trust was only 31%.
Oh, interesting.
Or at least the fact that they feel that they're not being heard by their local government. So this is actually an interesting result.
So does this say anything about...
Despite, for example, numbers...
Go ahead, Prof.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead, Prof.
Yeah, despite, for example, for example, despite other data showing that the trust in the president is quite low in Mindanao, they trust the national government pa rin, even more than in NCR. So this is actually a surprising result.
And this could actually affect, do you think, possible outcome in the 2028 national elections?
Definitely, this is a factor, but there will be a multitude of factors for the 2028 elections. And let's remember, the vice president is still very popular in Mindanao. So, and she might be viewed as part of the administration, and that's why we're seeing those numbers. So it's difficult to tell based on this, the data alone.
All right. With that, maraming salamat as always sa mga insight. OCTA Research Fellow, Professor Guido David. Good morning.
Thank you and good morning.